Hey everybody, it's Glidercat. It's time to play. Let's get back into Foundry. And let's see where we left off. We have our xenoferrite. Let's see. We've got xenoferrite steel ingots being made here in this blast furnace, and they are ready to ship off to our main factory. But before we do, I think we're just going to convert them here into steel beams. And I had, I think, a discussion in the last episode about how it looks like the or let's see, what is it? The steel ingots. There's not really a use for those in game that I can see. I could be wrong. Maybe we'll discover it. But as of my thinking now, or what I've tried to find out, it looks like there's no use for steel ingots other than converting them into the steel beams. So we'll go ahead, we'll set up a little more of our platform, our low voltage power network. We'll extend that out, drop an assembler, and maybe leave room for 2 assemblers if we need to. And then we'll route that, the steel beams kind of out east here and then across over to our base. So that is going to be a big part of what we try and tackle in this episode. And I think I actually want to, let's go ahead and let's just start doing this, and I can chat as we go. I'm going to tab my top bars here and just do some drilling. And while I'm drilling this out, rather than having a fast forward or time lapse, I just say, yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll place our single assembler over here. We'll get the steel beam started. We'll take a quick check on our power. I think we're good over here. I think we're a little light on power over by the second xenoferrite mine. So at some point, we may want to go over there and beef up that power. But we've got a long belt of these xenoferrite ingots coming in from the xenoferrite mine. So when I do these off between episodes, drilling and leveling the land and stuff, that builds up a cache of supply. So we should have a lot of, or plenty of these xenoferrite ingots to keep us busy. And the same goes for the ignium ore coming in from the other mine, our first ignium ore mine. We probably have quite a bit there. So we've got a cache of supplies coming in, but eventually we may want to go back to that second xenoferrite mine and beef up our solar power array. But for now, let's just clean this out. I got 2 more rows to go, so we'll just do this on camera. Maybe 1 more row after this one. I just want enough room for a couple assemblers. We'll start with just 1, and we'll see how it does. I'm guessing it's probably going to take a while to create the steel beams. But yeah, once we get the steel beams, we're going to be able to, and I've mentioned this several times already, we're going to be able to build the 3rd research lab. And we're going to be able to also build upgraded assemblers and upgraded level 2 assemblers and level 2 drone miners. So we can start doing a little opportunistic replacing of our existing assemblers and drone miners, and then maybe save some space and increase some production. So and maybe one of the first places we do it is over here. Maybe we'll take the assembler we're about to place down here and upgrade it with a level 2 once we've accumulated those steel beams. So let's go ahead and I'm going to check my backpack and see if I've got an assembler just sitting in here. It doesn't look like I do. So let's go ahead to the craft menu and craft up one of those. That's the one. Yeah, and there's level 2 assemblers. It needs 5 steel beams, and then it needs 5 advanced machinery parts. So it looks like we need 2 things here. This guy, it takes 2 machinery parts and 1 xenoferrite steel beam. Okay. So it looks like that might be the next thing we do is set up production of advanced machinery parts. And we can probably do that over in our main factory. And we're going to be heading over there. Not sure if we'll get to that this episode, but we'll see. For now, and then, we're coming up, as soon as we get this platform set up, this factory annexed to our main factory done, it might be time to have an episode where we just focus on aesthetics and we won't do any real building of new machines or factory setups, or even we won't even extend out our solar panel arrays. We'll just focus on lighting and stairs and maybe supporting some of these conveyors that end up floating. But we may do that. That may be, we'll see how far we get in this episode. It may be the next episode or one of the next 2 or 3 episodes. We'll just take time out and make things look a little nicer. All right, so with that, let's go ahead and drop our assembler, which has been created. While I'm babbling here, and I'm going to come over this way and maybe have the control panels face the other one from our blast furnace. I want to leave plenty of room for that ore in case we need to route it any special way. And then I'm just thinking we're going to have ore coming out of the blast furnace here. Probably out of this port right by the control panel, unfortunately. Boy, is there a better way to do it? Well, bear with me here for a second. Let's put this guy here. We'll make it pretty a little bit later. Let's grab a loader. That's going to get our machine parts out. Boy, I kind of wanted to go underground with all this. It just looks ugly over here, doesn't it? But again, maybe for an aesthetics episode, we will clean it up. I don't want to sit here and dawdle too much. We'll get it cleaned up in a cleanup episode. We'll make it look a little prettier. I'm anxious to get these steel ingots going. All right, so now we've got our blast furnace is going to output. So we want to change that to output. Here come the steel ingots. And now we just need to set a recipe on our assembler. We want steel beams. And is this guy going? Let's see. There he goes. Okay, we got our first steel beam. Not too shabby. So what I wanted to do, I'm just looking here. I think the plan was to have these 2 belts come out, and then we could drop more of these blast furnaces down. So I've just kind of gotten in the way of that. We will refigure this later. For now, I'm going to go with what I got. I really want to get these steel beams going. It's going to allow us to advance. So we're going to push these guys out. Maybe we go under. For now, we'll go over since we're not doing anything. We're not expanding this facility. But once we start pushing these belts out this way, we may recess this one into the ground. So now I got to just set this loader to output. So let's do that. Boom. There's our steel beams. And unfortunately, the darkness has set in, and right when I want to kind of start routing these iron beams, steel beams, all the way back to our main factory. So before we leave here, we're going to head over to the factory. I'm going to start from over there and then work some conveyors back to this factory. Let's just check our power real quick. Okay, the solar's not providing anything, but we've got lots of power in our batteries. Looks like we've got, 1,200 megajoules. I got to think that's quite a bit. Our transformers can do up to 10. And right now our consumers are just doing 2.05. And it just stopped because it probably filled up the belt. So it's backed up. So I think we're going to be okay there, but we'll keep an eye on it. Let's make our way back to the main factory, and we're not far. We just need to head south. Yeah, we're not far. Otherwise, I would do a quick time lapse, but this is pretty close. In fact, I can see some of our lights. In a previous episode, we spoke about maybe routing the steel beams, routing them somewhere along here across this way. Maybe next to this belt here, or this conveyor there. Never mind. See, we're starting to dig out. Drone miners are still going at it, so they can still reach the ore. At some point, we're going to have to think about moving the drone miners closer to the ore. But back to the task at hand. Here are, let's see, technum rods. And I was thinking of dropping our stuff somewhere over here, like bringing our steel beams somewhere around here, and then maybe storing them in a logistics container somewhere around this way. So let's just start that work. Let's just start building a set of conveyors or that are going to bring those steel beams to us. Now this one, I may do a time lapse, but let's just get it started because I'm going to have to clear some land. In fact, I maybe should have done some of this as homework between episodes so that we wouldn't have to spend time on it. Basically, I want to route this belt or this set of conveyors all the way back. And I got to be careful I'm using the right direction. So that's wrong. Clear that. And we will drop them in the right direction. Boom, boom, boom. We'll rotate. This time we need to come down the hill. And that one's wrong. So let me fix that. We'll just do a couple more of these, and then we'll do kind of a fast forward here so you don't have to watch all this. All right, let me build it, and then I will show you when it's done. I'm just going to route these conveyors all the way back. If you look at the map, all the way back, all the way up, I should say, all the way north. We'll probably go north and then take a right turn here and connect back up with our factory over here that's producing the steel beams. I think they're going to come off to the side here, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, can I zoom in? Let's see what we see. It's a little hard to tell. That's our solar array. And I think, is there stuff over here? I'm not sure what this is. Where is our blast furnace? That sure looks like the solar array. Or am I oh, that's our factory. What am I doing? Up here. Here we go. Here's our solar array. Here's the steel beam production. Yeah, here's our assembler doing it. So I'll probably extend this guy out and then straight down to meet up with this set of conveyors. It's going to go all the way up. It's going to take a bit of time. So we'll do a fast forward, and I may just cut out some of the footage, and we'll just transition once it's all done, and we'll see it. You'll see it when it's done. All right, here I go. All right, we're back. Check it out. We've got it going here. We've got the conveyor. Let's see. You can show you what I did if you didn't catch it in the accelerated fast forward there. I ran our steel beams down the hill from where we're manufacturing them. And then we're going to come back up this hill as we head back towards our main factory. And I'm just tracking with the terrain for the most part. There's a couple places. Here's a spot where I'm kind of suspended over a little bit of a cavern. And let's see, I think there's another. Let's see, I'm a little suspended here. So I could probably put a support or two here just to make things look a little more realistic. I don't know, something. We'll come and clean it back. We'll come and clean it up or make it look pretty later. This area is the bigger thing that we're traversing here, the deeper area. And this, I think, would look better with a few beams coming down as supports for the conveyors here. And I can see I've got a bunch going in the wrong direction. So let's fix that. So these are all coming right? They're all coming towards us. And then I just noticed we're good, 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 good. And then things get not so great. So let's fix that. These need to go in the other direction. Now I'm not sure how far our destruction menu or our destruct tool lets us go. Or demolition tool, I should say. So let's just clean these up. We do a quick jump here, and I'll just clean these up so you don't have to watch. Here I go. All right, back. So it looks like we're connected. Here come our steel beams. And we talked about putting a logistics storage container down somewhere. I guess it makes sense to... Oh, look, I got one last guy I got to fix here. Let's do that. Boom. All right, I guess it makes sense for us to extend our low voltage power network through these building blocks through here. So maybe clear out this. And then for now, just drop a logistic storage here. And then we can start storing up these beams until we figure out what we're going to do with them. I think the first thing we'll do is probably build the lab 3, if we can, or get that started. The other thing is we'll see if we can craft, once we have these just in a logistic storage, is it going to allow us to craft the assembler 2s or not? Oh, no, it won't. We got to get those advanced machinery parts going. I guess that'll be the next thing. What is this guy? Same thing. Advanced machinery parts. Is there anything I can do? Well, we'll try the lab first, and then we'll look and see about setting up production of the advanced machinery parts. For now, let's go ahead and drill this area out. This won't take very long. A lot of drilling in this one, or a lot of jump cuttable work to do in this one, but I'm just going to have you here with me while I do this. Shouldn't take too terribly long. Okay, and basically I want this ore. I'm going to have to clear off a little bit so I can walk up here. I want the steel beams to come down. Maybe I could even turn it. Let's see. Oh, I don't have a ton of building blocks either. Let's craft some of those up. And then, yeah, maybe snake this around and just tuck a logistics guy right through here somewhere. Let's see. Fill this in. And again, eventually we'll clean this up and put some more lighting in here and make this all look nice. But for now, we'll just do that. All right, let's see. I want to get... I can only bring these down so fast due to the slope, because a sloped conveyor is only going to only going to come down so fast. We don't have vertical conveyors. So let's see. I'll feel this out some more. Worst case, if you needed it to come down and hit this low level earlier, we could just drill out more of this mountain and come further back and continue with the sloped conveyors. But I think we're good for now. By the way, I apologize for the fast scrolling. So it can be a little jarring. I did look before filming this episode to see if I could change my mouse sensitivity in Windows. I tried a couple settings and it didn't make any difference. So I'm not sure why that's the case. But and I think I mentioned in a previous episode that I did make a suggestion on the developers Discord to maybe add a mouse sensitivity setting in the game settings. I've had that with a couple other games too. I mean, I don't have a fancy gaming mouse or anything, but I've had that with a couple other games where I go into the game setting and turn the mouse sensitivity down, and it's just a little better. But I don't have that option here. Okay, let's just let's build ourselves a logistics storage container. Logistics container. Just out of curiosity, I'm going to go into the research real quick and see about a level 2. Just to see. I thought we researched that already. We must have, right? Very pressure. Yeah, I think we researched everything. So let me go back to the crafting menu. Is there a logistics container 2? There it is. And it requires the steel beams and the advanced machinery parts. So those are clearly going to be the bottleneck until we get those going. I'll just put this, I'll just craft a regular logistics container. It still has plenty of storage. So that should do us just fine. And I guess I'm just going to run it right in. Let's see. Yeah, let's just run it straight in here until we find out what other products or how we're going to use this material. I need to craft some more loaders. So let's grab like 20 of them just so we have them. All right, so let's go place this guy here and start collecting these things. Good, good, good. Check it out. We'll see how many stack or what the stack size is here in a minute. We'll let those guys accumulate. I'm going to head over here near our little research center. We've got lab 1 and lab 2, and we're looking to build lab 3. Let's go to the crafting menu under buildings. Let's take a look at what this is going to take. So if we look, yeah, look, same thing, same story here. If we look at the right of that pop-up where it says total construction costs, we need the 400 xenoferrite steel beams. We're collecting those now. That's great. 400 electronic components. We can craft those just in our own inventory with the basic resources. So that's not a challenge. But we're back again to these advanced machinery parts. So that's a requirement for a lot of stuff. That's obviously the thing that we're just going to have to do next and get that going. Fortunately, I don't think there's a whole lot to it. We just take regular machinery parts and we take one of our steel beams and route those into another assembler, and we should be able to spit out the advanced machinery parts. And it seems like we're going to need a lot. So we're probably going to want to feed, whenever we get that production up, we're going to want to feed those into a logistics container. Now, this creates another need for our xenoferrite plates, right? And we've got some coming in here. So we need to think for a minute about how can we leverage this line of xenoferrite plates, put a splitter or a distributor on this conveyor, and then route it somewhere, maybe over here like we were talking about. Maybe route some over this way. I can clear out some of this land to give us a little bit more of a factory floor space. And then I can pull the steel beams from here, pop them in here, or pop an assembler here to produce the advanced machine parts. It's going to take one steel beam. We can pull it from that logistics container. And then we can branch this line of xenoferrite plates somehow. Maybe put a distributor here and run it under here. And then somehow around here to get it to this space. So let's do another quick fast forward here because I've got to clear out more space, more factory floor for us. So I'll do a jump cut here, starting now. All right, let's see. I'm not sure if this is going to be enough space for us or not, but let's just give it a go and see if we can pop an assembler down here. Think about routing those xenoferrite plates over this way. And then that may be the end of this episode. It's a little hard to keep track of how long this one's going to be since we have so many little jump cuts. It's probably the wrong term, by the way, but fast forward sessions while I do the tedious stuff. So you don't have to sit through that. Let's go ahead and pop a loader here to pop out our steel beams. We're going to want an assembler over here somewhere. Let's go ahead and crap that guy up. Boom. It'll take a second. While that's being built, let's go split over here. I'm thinking we're going to go under, maybe here we'll go under. Let's see. Well, let's build the conveyor. What is it? Distributor? Let's see what it's called. It is conveyor distributor. Let's do it. We have some 2s laying around somewhere too. I think I put them in a storage container. Anyway, let's just grab a 1. And I'm pretty sure I need to get into demolition mode before I can place that guy. And let's do it here and here. We may have to adjust a little bit, but we'll find out. Let's see. Okay, here's our conveyor, and I need to right-click to place that guy. All right, we're going to go like this. And then we need a belt. I'm sorry, a conveyor going this way. And yeah, this is what I'm thinking. So hopefully you're following along with my logic here. Coming through here and then going underneath all of this. So without getting too, hopefully this isn't going to get us too spaghetti-like, but yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about doing the belts this way. I don't know if there's many options, but there could be something I'm not thinking about, and you may know it. So let me know. Let's change the direction on this guy. He's got to go up. Boom. Okay, the belts or the technoferrite plates are coming along, so we should be in a good position there. Now here, let me bust out some more dirt. Here comes another jump cut. Sorry, but we got to do it. All right, here we go. All right, that's a little better. Now we should be able to route these guys in here. This isn't going to be the most efficient setup as far as being able to expand production, but if we need more, we can rework it. Let's go ahead and craft another assembler. Just checking my inventory. Okay, I've got it already here. Let's drop it down. Where do we want the panel? I guess. Let's go. Let's bring the panel facing us here. I need enough room for another loader. I'm going to err on the side of a little bit too much space. Just want to see. 1 second. These guys should be lined up like that, I think. All right. I need one more space. I just want one more space. Let's do that. I'll clear out more of this real quick. Let me grab another row or two of this dirt out of here. And then I will go one level deeper and extend our low voltage power grid. I can't see quite what I'm doing, but we'll get there. Here we go. All right, we'll fill this in with building blocks. Looks a little better. Let's go ahead and connect these loaders up. Boom. And then we need belts, and we need to just double check the configuration on each of these loaders. So let's do that here. That's an intake. That should be an output. So there goes our steel beams. Let's go ahead and set the recipe on this guy to, yes, advanced machinery parts. That will finally unlock a bunch of stuff. So let's get this conveyor of technoferrite plates loaded in here. I'm just going to double check the recipe so I'm not mistaken. I am mistaken. I need, what was I thinking? That was a mistake. We don't need technoferrite plates. We need machinery parts. So let's just take a look at the crafting menu. And I think I can get machinery parts from those xenoferrite plates. So you'll be able to save the day here just with another, with another assembler over in this area. So I want to get this done this episode. So let's go ahead. What I'm gonna do is extend out the platform here, our low voltage power network, all the way out to this way. And we're gonna have another assembler here that's creating machine parts from these technoferrite plates. And then we can route those machine parts down underneath these two belts into that assembler. And finally, we should be golden and have our advanced machinery parts. And that is going to unlock all the stuff that I thought the steel beams were going to unlock for us on their own. So let me do yet another jump cut here. I'm going to extend out our low voltage power network all the way through here. So I got to lay quite a bit of building blocks. And I may go fetch resources if I come up short. Here I go. All right, let's stop the jump cut here. I know I'm going to need to route these guys up into here under the belts. So let's set up the loader and just do that before I lay down building blocks and then just have to pull them up again. So this is going to be bringing in, again, the regular machinery parts. So we want to, it's going to come into that assembler. And then we are going to come in from under the belts. I got to go to destruct demolition mode here to get these guys out. And now I need a sloped conveyor. We need to go down, rotate this guy, boom. So under all this, so this is going to be belts, not building blocks, and it's a little tricky. I wonder if there's a crouch. I don't see a crouch. All right. Let's see if we can place these conveyors is what I need. There we go. Boom. We're going to come up under both of these guys. I can probably stop there. And then another sloped conveyor to come up the hill, back up to the surface. And now all that needs to get surrounded by building blocks. So we have power over here because we're going to need that for our assembler. So I'll just fill in the blanks here with building blocks. I didn't mean to put one there. So we'll just take that guy out for now. And let's go ahead and extend that out. We'll see how far that went. Hopefully all the way. It's not urgent that we have all this connected. As long as there's one strand of building blocks connected back to our main one, which is hooked up to power, then they'll all get power. So we should be good there. Let's go ahead and just for the heck of it, we'll put them here. Now we need to think about a loader. And we need to get these guys in too. So I'm going to do this in kind of reverse fashion. let's go ahead and put our loader here. I'll smack the belt in, and I did a couple things wrong, didn't I? I did all these wrong. These are all the wrong direction. So we're going to be feeding in. Sorry, I'm going to jump cut this one to correct my mistake, and we'll be right back. Here we go. All right, back. I think that's it. I think I fixed that one. And as I do all of this, I think I might title this episode Mistakes Were Made. Because I've done that twice now where I got the conveyors going in the wrong direction and then I got to go into a jump cut to fix it. So you guys don't have to sit through that. All right, I got to do a little more digging here, right? I got to do a little more digging so I have room for an assembler. We're going to clip it on to right onto our loader here. So I'll do this one on camera. Again, in the comments, let me know what you're thinking about this game. Again, this is an early build. It's available as I film or record this. This is available on itch.io right now. I'm not super certain of the price, so I don't want to quote it here, but you can just take a look there. Some people asked about Steam keys, and as of when I'm recording this, the developers did mention that they expect to issue everybody who's purchasing it through itch.io with a Steam key, but they're not quite sure how that's all going to work out yet. But in the meantime, it is available now. There's a lot of gameplay here. I'm pretty happy with it. Let's see here. And I got the key. I did get an evaluation key from the developer. So just wanted to disclose that clearly. Not associated with them. I don't get any compensation or anything, but they did provide me a key so I could provide this content to you. And I'm appreciative of that because this is a pretty cool game. All right, let's see. Let me go back into my backpack, see if I've got an assembler created. I don't. Let's go ahead and craft one. We're super close to finishing this episode. And then next episode, we can think about the lab. We can think about the upgraded assemblers. We can think about upgraded drone miners. We'll take a look at our solar power situation. Let's just take a quick look here at our steel beams, see how many we're accumulating. 684. And what's the stack size? 200. Not bad. Not bad at all. And you can see now we've decompressed the conveyor, but they're coming in at a pretty good clip. So hopefully we've got enough solar power over there to feed that blast furnace and that one assembler that's building the beams. Okay, let's go ahead and drop our assembler here. And hopefully we can move off of these level 1 assemblers. And this is a little bit improvised. I know, I understand. I'm not super happy with that in terms of this layout here where we're building these machine parts kind of out in the middle of, I don't know, in front of our labs here. In front of our research labs. It's not too bad though. It's not too bad. Okay, we needed one more loader. We're almost there. Boom. And it's sitting on the power grid, so I don't need to worry about that. And now we can send these xenoferrite plates over to our loader, and we will be good to go. And I'm fine with that little snaky bend in the conveyor. That doesn't bother me too much. Okay, intake. And we want this one set to output. Get to an empty spot on my hotbar so it's easier to see. And here we go. Advanced machine parts. Let's make it happen. Boom. Uh-oh. I'm sorry, that's not what we want. We want just machine parts. That's kind of anticlimactic. Boom. There we go. Now we've got it. And they are being sent as quickly as they are produced over here. And next episode, we will have to think about where we're going to store these. So we'll probably clear out this next episode at the top of the episode. and start storing off these advanced machine parts. Let's see how fast they craft. It doesn't seem like it's terribly fast, does it? Yeah, it seems a little slow. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens if we have enough beams to support another assembler building these. And then we'll see how many of these advanced machine parts we really need going forward. It could be we're just going to need them once in a while when we want to upgrade stuff or craft level 2 assemblers and drone miners. Or it could be that the very next thing we need needs a ton of these guys as one of the inputs. Anyway, next episode, yeah, we will set up storage for this, and then finally, get to building our third research lab. We'll maybe experiment with an upgraded drone miner and an upgraded assembler somewhere, at least one somewhere. And then, as what may have well guessed, we're going to have to look at automating Science Pack 3s, right? Once we get Research Lab 3, it's going to be time to doing Science Pack 3s. And so once we drop that lab, I'm guessing we'll be able to see what the recipe is for those. So I'm going to guess it takes steel beams and advanced machinery parts, but we'll see what we get. So that's it for now. As we check out our growing factory, we can see a bunch of it here. That up there is our Technum rod production and Technum mine. We've got our first xenoferrite mine over this way. Then we've got some belt production and more xenoferrite plates coming down. So it's all good. We're making tremendous progress. Next episode, hopefully we get Research Lab 3 built. But for now, this is Glidercat signing off, saying thanks again so much for watching. It's a young channel. Really appreciate the views. And I will see you in the next episode.